Well, hello! Thank you for joining me today. We're going to make a Concertina Journal. And my name is Jane May Jones, and here is a journal that I made. And it took me probably 3 months or so to fill it. This is all collage, and I was just getting outside of my comfort zone and having fun with color. Need. I've used a mixture of 9 by 12 watercolor paper as well as 9 by 12 canvas paper. It's just what I had. This is also going to be a collage journal, so it doesn't really matter so long as the paper is strong enough to hold the collage. Then you'll need 2 pieces of 6 by 9 chipboard or kraft board. You could use the back of one of those pads of paper that we're using today. That would work. And then cut it in half. For the 2 covers of this journal, I'm using a couple of watercolor paintings I did that never really sold. But I thought I would cut them to size. I usually allow for 1/2 inch around each of the paintings and center the painting or the composition of the painting that I want on the cover. And then the next step is, once you have the painting cut to size, then you can trim it, and I mark off the corners and cut them diagonally, and that makes it easier to fold over. Once they're cut, I glue both the back of the painting within the folds, and then I glue the back of the kraft board and then lay it down on the back of the painting. Now I'm ready to fold over all of the sides of the painting and glue. I glue both the kraft board and the inside of the fold, lay that down, and then press it down. You can use the side of a knife or the side of scissors just to get a sharp edge on that fold. Then I turn the painting back over and I weight it down. Modge Podge takes about 30 minutes to dry. Once that was dry, I turned it over and glued the whole of the back. Then I used a piece of white ribbon. It was 3 times the size of the cover, so about 18 inches, and I laid that down in the middle. Then over the top of that, I glued the first piece of paper that was folded in half. I laid it down to cover the whole of the back of the cover. Then I used a roller to make sure that it was laying flat and get rid of any air bubbles. Then I weighted it down to dry for about 30 minutes. Now I take the second page, fold it in half, and then on the right hand side I fold it down 1/2 inch, and I take that 1/2 inch and I overlap it onto the previous page. Then I glue it and let it fold it and use a bone folder or knife or scissors to make a firm edge. Then I repeat the same folds for the last 2 pages and glue all of them together. While the pages are drying, I prepare the back cover in the same manner as I did the front cover. And then I glue it and roll it and then weight it down for about 30 minutes so the glue sets up. Then I take the last flap of the pages and glue that to the inside of the back cover. Then you can leave it open on your desk or work surface and let it all dry. And your Concertina Journal is finished. And now you can tie it together both sides with your ribbon, and you have a beautiful journal. I like to kind of have a theme for my journals, so this journal is going to be all about flowers. Thank you for joining me. Please like this video or subscribe to my channel. It really does help. Thank you.